We are back for another season of The Circle, and things popped off quite quickly. And we have a twist that I'm not the biggest fan of, but of course, we're going to get into all things The Circle right about now. Now, if you are new here, I am Denise Brady. Make sure you tap that like, you turn on the notification bell, because your girl took notes on these first 2 episodes, and we got to get into it. Now, okay, the thing about The Circle is that they always are able to bring together a collective group of people who come from all different worlds, races, lifestyles. And this season, they did the same thing, okay? Now, we do have this twist of the disruptor, okay? And now, if you have not watched the episode, make sure you save this video and you come back, because it's going to be filled with lots of spoilers. But I think this season, I'm already seeing a lot of groupthink, okay? I see people trying to play as themselves in real life, and in The Circle, that does not work. You have to play as group think, okay? What does the collective think of situations? What would the collective say? And if you don't play as a collective, an individual, but have the balance of playing group think, you're going to lose and you're going to get kicked off. Now, upon entering The Circle, I was like, okay, what's it really giving? I wasn't quite sure. Okay, those first probably 15 minutes, I was like, okay, is this going to be boring? But then we get to the good stuff. We get to some of the cast members, those twins, aka Gianna. We get to Deb. And I start to see some things start to percolate. Okay? And then, whew, let's get into it. I'm already excited here, so I need to pace myself. But make sure, if you have not already, like this video. But I want to know your thoughts also as we go along. Let's, in the comments below, chat together. Let me know, what are your thoughts? What are you thinking? So looking at my notes, this new cast, we have some older people. Now, what is older these days? Because if you are from the Gen Z, Gen Alpha generation, anything over 25 is considered old. Maybe even 30, okay? Now, our first person, Deb, is a mess. We always have that one person who is a little bit older and not with the shits, okay? She's not with the times. She don't really know the lingo. And of course, she's playing as somebody younger. I'm like, Deb, you a mess, but in a good way, okay? She's trying to play as her daughter, but I need you to get up on the lingo, because some of these games you kind of messed up on. And the first game that we have is Risky Questions, okay? And going into this first game, group think. You have to answer the questions as the group would. Looking at some of the age groups, it's a psychology behind winning this game. Looking at the age groups, looking at their pictures, you have to pay attention to what is not said, what those pictures say, what the profile says. And then once you get that piece of it, does it match the chat and the lingo? And people don't recognize, you got to connect the dots, baby, between your picture, your profile, and then as someone looking at this profile, does it all come together? And in some of these, it did not. So we have this question game, okay? Group think. Remember, you're playing as yourself, but you need to recognize the questions as a group, a collective. What is the group going to say? And so we have Kevin. What is he thinking with? These first 2 episodes, he fell in love and with Savannah. And I can only imagine, the next 2 episodes I have not watched, okay? So I'm recording these videos as I watch, as you can tell. I don't know what's going to happen in these last 2 episodes. Please, no spoilers. But looking at these, looking at him, he's playing as a lifeguard. He's thinking with, not this, okay? And I'm like, okay, what's it really going to give throughout this season? Because you seem a little bit naive, okay? Because you're not thinking with this. And once again, that group think, the manipulation, and how some of these players are able to manipulate other people because they have stronger personalities and are dominating. And so when people start to become followers and not really stand out, there's a way to balance in this game being a follower, collective think, but also being a lone wolf. And we've seen that in different seasons. And you have to study the dynamics of this game to go on and win it, because there is a lot of psychology related to personalities, how people speak. And that is how you really move in this game, is thinking socially and psychologically about the different players and picking up and taking lots of copious notes. Okay, and I think some people are not doing that, and that's why they're going to lose. Okay, so that's Kevin. Now about this game, Darian. Okay. Let me tell y'all one thing that y'all gonna learn on the internet today. You cannot talk negatively about dogs. The dog community will come and eat you alive. Okay? And so he gets the question of, if your dog was in the ice, a ice river, or ice lake, would you go in and save it? He says no. Okay? Anybody on the internet knows you cannot say anything negatively about a dog because you're going to get eaten alive. And so already he has a red flag against him because he said no, he would not jump in the river and save his dog if it was drowning. Even if that's your real life opinion and thoughts, fake it, man. Fake it. You have to fake it to get ahead in here. And so they already like, Darian, what's really up with you? We're not liking you. And then he also said if he had a partner that was cheating, he would go through their phone. Ugh. Yes, in reality, you may say yes that you will do that. But on this show, it's a red flag, buddy. And you have to also think about the age group of most of these people are what, early 20s, mid 20s. That's a no-no. And even though in the background, Andy said that that's how she found out about her man cheating, was that she went through the phone. She did not answer like that. And to me, in the beginning, Andy was having a very strong game. Okay. And then it kind of went sour once the disruptor came. Now let's talk a little bit about the disruptor. Okay. Because I ain't liking it. It reminds me of Ainsley from Big Brother. Every season of these shows, it lasts probably 2 or 3 years. Production likes to manipulate. And they like to come and have some kind of twist where I feel like they can control the game through this twist. Because look at how it happened with these Staten Island twins. Now, to me, they're annoying as fuck. Okay, they're very annoying. I guess they're the stereotypical Staten Island bros, which is kind of sad because I feel like Staten Island gets like a bad rep. And then you have these two characters come on. And the way that they were rated last, okay? We see how Savannah and we see how Andy become the influencers. And of course, they were going to get rid of them. Okay, Gianna. And of course, oh, no, production. We need them. We need entertainment. We need ratings. We need y'all to keep watching. So who wants to be the disruptor? And now this twist is annoying. Okay, because I'm like, I've been watching reality TV for so long and I'm like, oh my God, here we go with production trying to save their little person. I feel like we did some of the same thing happened on Big Brother with Tucker. Some people might feel like it's happening with Angela a little bit, but it's a way for them to manipulate. Now, these two people are annoying to me, but they're good TV. They have this like mob, bada bing vibe. I don't know if that's like a Jersey, East Coast, Staten Island thing, but they're conniving and manipulative. And so from a ratings producer perspective, I get it. I get why they kept them. But as a viewer, I'm like, 10 episodes of them, it's annoying. And so they choose, they count down who wants to be this disruptor. We have this button come up on the TV. I wish they had like an actual buzzer or something, but the button comes up, who wants to be a disruptor? Nobody knows what it really means to be a disruptor now. Okay. And of course they're like, we got to do it. And so they do it. And now I was hoping, because they said there's a good thing and a bad thing about being the disruptor. I was hoping that episode 2, or at least during the next elimination, we would see some, and maybe it hasn't happened yet because we're only 2 episodes in, but they did have the rating in the second episode. We did not see the negative. Okay, now that really made me feel like it was just a ploy. Because I'm like, at least when you do the disruptor the first time and they choose it, the second round of ratings, make it so that they can't rate. What is the punishment? I have not so far in these first 2 episodes seen any punishment for them being the disruptor. So that also leads me to production. We're only 2 episodes in and y'all already doing stuff being messy. I don't like it. And so they're really upset that they were ranked last and they were supposedly voted off but got saved through the disruptor thing. And the next day they try and have a conversation with Andy. And I think Andy in some ways was able to kind of smooth it over, but it's a really hard conversation. Well, why did you vote me off? How can you really come back from that? What can you really say? But Andy once again smooths it over and things get a little bit better. Okay. But these two, they're annoying. Okay. What else did I write down? Yeah, was it JoJo and Nick? They're annoying. And I think some people so far are kind of on to them being a catfish. Okay. Heather, to me, as Andy, is playing a good game. But I wonder how long it will last, seeing that party that they had, Heather, Andy was not invited to the party. Savannah was not. Deb was not. And is it Gianna? Not Gianna. Jada? I can't remember how to pronounce her name. But she was also not invited. So I'm like, ooh. Whenever in society, when the popular crew has a party and then you don't get invited, that's not a good sign. So I'm wondering these next 2 episodes, how are they going to come back? But seeing both, you know, Heather, Andy, and Savannah be able to do the rankings, I was like, okay, it's good, but at the same time, it's a curse. Being the people who rank at the beginning, it's not a good look. You kind of want to coast in the first ranking. You want to be kind of in the middle. You don't want to be at the very bottom, but somewhere in the middle. And so Andy is really excited when she becomes, you know, the influencer, but I don't know if it worked out for you long term, girl. Okay. But this season has been pretty good. The party was a little bit annoying. Because I'm like, when they have these parties, like, give me something like juicy. Make it so that the other people feel bad even more about why they were not invited. But we see them dancing, they get dressed up, and they send, you know, pictures and things like that. But, okay. They need to do a little bit more. Like, they're sitting in the house all day. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see, you know, Deb in the bathtub eating grapes. Even though it was hilarious. I don't need to see all that. Like, give me more. I think they need to do more with a lot of this downtime. But Deb is quite a character. When they had the whole thirst trap, she did not know what a thirst trap was. So, Deb, they kind of own you based off the picture you sent to your daughter sipping a drink. If you're going to play your kid, or you're going to play something a lot younger with that large age gap, Deb is, 54, and I think her daughter might be in her early 20s. You have to kind of, at least, I don't know, like, get something like closer to the 30s. But to have a 54-year-old playing someone in their early 20s or mid-20s, it never works out. It really doesn't. But so far, we've had 2 catfish. At the end, we saw 2 new players come in. One is, you know, an OnlyFans girl, and then we have the other guy. But I was also hoping that before they brought more people in, we would have an elimination. It's too many people right now. I need a double elimination. I need something to, like, get rid of some of these people, because there's too many of y'all right now. And I'm not sure why the production chose to add more people before eliminating some. But so far, it's been quite juicy. Okay. And I'm wondering, you know, how the twins are going to continue to run the game, because production kept them because they know they got that ace. We're not getting rid of our ace yet. Okay. But these are pretty much my notes for the first season. First 2 episodes. There's a lot of groupthink, and you have to go into this game with a groupthink mentality, even if you are a person who is secure in who you are on the outside. In the circle, you have to think about groupthink. How will the collective vote? How will they think? And you have to balance how your profile shows up, groupthink, and also how you focus on and discuss things and talk in that chat. Those 3 things will get you further in the game. Socializing is good, but you have to think about having my profile picture, my bio connect with the chat, and how I'm interacting with different game players is how you really win this game. There's a lot of psychology that people really don't focus on. But of course, I will be recapping all season. And let me know your thoughts. What do you think about some of these people? We went over mostly everybody. Who do I have in the running right now? I'm not quite sure. Heather is playing a good game, but I don't know how long that will really last her. But right now, my eye is pretty much on Heather. It's kind of hard to say who's going to win because they're constantly bringing people in and out, and now they have these twists. Last time we had the little chat box, that was annoying. But let me know your thoughts. Are you watching? Are you excited? Who you got your eye on? because of course we can get into it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.